Hi, this is Malcolm and you're on board Yacht Francesca with me, and we're at the top end of the Dardanelles, and these are the waves that have built up just this afternoon. They're not frightfully dangerous waves, but all the anchorages seem to be sheltered from the north and this wind is from the southwest. So all the anchorages that I'd marked, in fact all the anchorages that are available, turned out to be pretty much no hopers today, because although maybe waves not quite as big as this were going in them, they were certainly too open and the waves were too big to want to voluntarily anchor in them. So that will be going in my book about how to anchor safely and what you have to be prepared for. I left Ali Bay near Ivalik yesterday at 3 p.m. I had been hoping that a friend would come to sail with me, but I got an email from her about 2 o'clock to say that she couldn't come because she's too busy. And so I decided that since the harbour at Bozkada looked too difficult to go into single-handedly, according to my information you have to drop the anchor off the front and reverse up, which is very difficult when you're solo and you've got a dinghy on the back as well. In fact, it's well nigh impossible. I decided that I might as well go. I could have the ship ready for sea by 3 p.m. yesterday, which I did. That put me off Bozkada at 3 o'clock in the morning in the pitch black, so I quite happily sailed by. Although looking at it through the binoculars, it may have changed since the chart or the book that I am using was created, because it didn't look quite that bad. Anyhow, I figured there were several anchorages I could use in the Dardanelles, and I would go through the night and I would anchor in daylight today. But I've just gone past the last of my proposed anchorages, because with this wind and these waves none of them was tenable. So I've turned the engine off. The wind only came up this afternoon, so I've motored all the way up to about halfway up the Dardanelles, more than halfway up the Dardanelles actually, and now I'm sailing, I'm running with just the staysail, which I'm doing nearly 4 knots in a boat that weighs 12 to 15 tons depending on the amount of fuel and water on board, and with just that little staysail I'm making nearly 4 knots. So that tells you it's quite breezy, and have to be very careful where to anchor. So that's the end of this little report.